What is going on, guys? Thanks for checking out this video of my sports Gematria. In this video, I'm going to go over some UFC fights for Saturday, September 3rd, 2022. I'm going to show you some highlights of each side, and it's going to be up to you to determine who you think will win based on the numbers. I encourage you to add additional information on top of this if needed for you to feel confident in your own pick. And I wish you guys the best luck on all your picks for this event. Let's go ahead and get into the matchup. We're going to be looking at, let me bring up the screen here, UFC Fight Night, Gane versus Tuivasa. Tuivasa? I probably butchered that name. Forgive me. I'm not going to be looking at all 6 of these fights. We're just going to do the last 3. I'm going to do this fight right here. Alessio versus Roman, Marvin versus Robert, and Ty versus Cyril. So I'm just going to do the last 3 fights for this event just because of time constraints on my end as well as availability. I'm just not going to be that available this weekend due to my other job that I have. And so I'm just limited to these 3. And then you'll be seeing me again next week for football. I'm going to do the Thursday night football, Sunday night football, Monday night football. And so you'll see those pick preview videos coming sometime next week. But let's get into this event. Let's start with the daily numbers and the game numbers. On this side of the screen is what I call my daily numbers, date numerology, Gregorian Hebrew calendar. This side of the screen is what I call my game numbers, numbers specific to the game. The way they have it structured here is the name of the event up top, the arena that it's at. Right here is the location. Right here is the weight class for the event. And then I have one fighter right here, his name, his birthday, to and from, his fight record, any type of win or losing streak that he's on, as well as his UFC record. In the middle is the head-to-head last name Gematria between the 2 fighters. And then at the bottom is the other fighter, his name Gematria, his birthday, to and from, his fight record, his UFC record, any type of win or losing streak that he may be on. So let's just go ahead and look at these 3 fights really quick. Bring up a bigger screen. All right. So the first fight here, Roman Kopolov versus Alessio Di Chirico. Let's start with Roman. We'll go over some numbers here for Roman to win, and then I'll give out some numbers for Alessio to win. So if Roman was going to win this fight, and it's a pretty evenly set fight, both of them, the line is at 110 for each side. So it's a pick'em fight. 50-50 fight. If Roman was going to win, I would base it off of the number 9. Roman can get his 9th win for his career on a day with 34 date numerology. 34 mathematically is the 9th Fibonacci number. So on a day with 34 date numerology for the Gregorian, the 9th Fibonacci. It's also a day with 18 date numerology. 9 plus 9 equals 18. Roman can get his 9th win for his career. He was born on 5/4. Today has 54 date numerology on the Gregorian as well. This is the Chirico versus Kopolov, which sums to 251, the 54th prime number. So that could all play in favor of Roman. And then Alessio could become 13-7 for a fight record in his career with a loss. It will be the 7th day of the 13th month for the Hebrew civil side of the calendar. This is the last month for the Hebrew leap year. Leap years in the Hebrew calendar have 13 months instead of 12. He could become 13-7 on the 7th day of the 13th month. Now, for Alessio, if Alessio is going to win this fight, we can go back to the number 34. Today has 34 date numerology on the Gregorian. If you write out the number 34, it sums to 56. Alessio Di Chirico I know I butchered that name. He could become 5-6 for a UFC record with a win, like 56. This is taking place in Paris, France, like 56 and 110. 34 sums to 110 and 56. You know, Roman, he has yet to win a single UFC fight. He can get his third loss for his career as he gets his third loss in a row as he becomes 0-3. If you write out 33 with the threes, if you write out 33, 33 does sum to 60. And Roman does sum to 60. So it could be in the cards for him. I didn't really see anything for the 14-6 or the 146 in favor for Alessio. So that might be something to keep in mind. Although the arena that they are inside, a core arena, sums to 43, the 14th prime number, as well as 191, the 43rd prime number. So if we wanted to, we can just put that at a bright yellow and just say that could be a reason why he gets his 14th win, the stadium that they're at. Roman becoming 8-3, like 83, the 23rd prime. I didn't see a whole lot for that either, but let's pop in 83 anyway. 83, 50, 167, 66. I didn't really see anything that popped up for it, but it can still hit. Just because I don't see anything doesn't mean something's not there. It's just I personally I'm not seeing it. But he does have that 14. He does have that 56. And then Roman has the 9 and then the 137. So let's go ahead and move on to the next fight here, the co-main event. This is going to be Robert Whittaker versus Marvin Vettori. So let's start with Marvin Vettori. If Marvin Vettori was going to win this fight, Robert Whittaker has an interesting pattern going on. So it's 257 or a total span of 258 days since his 31st birthday, this being his 31st fight. You know, he comes in 24-6 for a fight record on the 246th day of the Gregorian. 246th day of the Gregorian, he comes in 24-6. Well, with the loss, he could become 24-7. And that's tomorrow's day, right? Tomorrow's going to be the 247th day. So maybe this is just a matter of him coming in 24-6 on the 246th day and becoming 24-7 because tomorrow will be the 247th day. Robert Whittaker written out sums to 193, which is the 44th prime number. But 193 mathematically is an anagram of 139. 139 or 193, they're anagrams of each other, but 139 sums to 34. Today is a day with 34 date numerology on the Gregorian. And Marvin Vettori could become 9-3-1 for a UFC record with a win. 9-3-1 is just a reflection of 1-9-3, which is just an anagram of 139, the 34th prime number. Today with 34 date numerology. That could go in favor of Marvin Vettori. And kind of the similar thing that I was talking about here with Robert, how it's the 246th day of the Gregorian, and he comes in 24-6 for a record. Tomorrow is going to be the 247th day. He can celebrate tomorrow's loss as a 24-7 record. Tomorrow will also be a day with 19 date numerology on it, and Marvin Vettori would be getting his 19th win for his career. So both Robert and Marvin, their record could be a day early, basically. You know, tomorrow, Sunday, 247th day, a day with 19 date numerology. The day of the fight, 246th day with 18 date numerology. Marvin Vettori comes in with 18 wins. Robert Whittaker comes in 24-6. Marvin Vettori wins. Robert Whittaker becomes 24-7. And then Marvin gets his 19th win for his career. And then you can also add in the 931 and the 193 connection that links up with the number 34. If Robert Whittaker was going to win this fight, one thing that's interesting is that he could become 25-6 for a fight record in his career with a win. And this is Whitaker versus Vettori, which sums to 265. 265 and 256 are just anagrams of each other. And Robert Whitaker can get his 25th win in his career facing Marvin Vettori, who's going to be in his 25th fight for his career. Also, if Robert Whitaker became 25-6, like 256, well, it's a total span of 257 or 258 days since his 31st birthday. This being his 31st fight, 256, 257, 258. They're just a pattern with each other, right? 256, 257, 258, 257, 258 days since his 31st birthday. This is his 31st fight. He could become 25-6 to complete that pattern. Also, Marvin Vettori, his name sums to 186, and that's what his record could potentially be. It could be 18-6 and 1 for a fight record with a loss. So he can become his name record, basically. All right, let's move on to the next fight, the main event. Cyril Gane versus Tuivasa. So let's start with Tai. His win is going to basically come down to his birthday. Tuivasa could literally become his birthday. He was born on March 16th in the year 1993. Or you can say 16th of March, 16/3. Well, Tai with the win could become 16-3 for a fight record in his career, as he becomes 9-3 for a UFC record to go with. And it will be September 3rd, written 9/3, like 93. So again, his birthday, 3/16/93, would literally be his fight record for his career. 9/3, like 93 for a UFC record, and then 16-3 for a fight record overall. So that's a pretty interesting pattern there for Tai for a fairly large upset in what would be the main event. Cyril Gane, though, he is from Paris, France. This is his home field. He has home field advantage, I guess you can say. And I really didn't see anything that just stuck out to me for him to win this fight. But if he were to win, he would become 11-1 for a fight record, as it becomes 8-1 for a UFC record. And the only really thing that I could pull together was that 111. If you spelled out 111, it sums to 81. So if he's going to become 111 for a fight record, or 11-1, you know, the 8-1 makes sense to go along with it. And 81 has a square root of 9, I believe. 81. Yeah, it has a square root of 9. 81 has a square root of 9. 81 is just a reflection of 18. 9 plus 9 equals 18. 9 times 9 equals 81. And we know today has 34-date numerology on the Gregorian, the 9th Fibonacci number. So it could be a little bit of a sneaky 9 pattern there. But outside of that, you know, Cyril Gane, it is 144 days since his birthday. This is Gane versus Tuivasa, which sums to 44. If you write out 44, it sums to 144. And Tai could become 8-4 for a fight record, as he gets his 4th loss for his career. So he can get his 4th loss for his career. He can get his 4th UFC loss. Gane versus Tuivasa, 44. That's where the 4s can come in at. If you write out the number 44, it sums to 144. It's 144 days since Cyril Gane's birthday. So that could be a 44 pattern in favor for Cyril Gane with the 4s here. And it is 194, or a total span of 195 days till Tai's next birthday. And in his 19th fight, he can end his 5-fight winning streak, like 195. And so that's just basically what I have for these 3 fights for right now. Hopefully this helps. Hopefully this gets you started on some of these decodes, adds to something that you already have, a quick overview of these 3 fights. And, you know, I haven't posted a video in 2 to 3 weeks, and so I got to get back into that process. There just hasn't been much going on in the month of August. So, but like I said, I got some football I'm going to be posting next week, starting with the Thursday night football. I will be doing, or I'll be doing my best to do every single primetime game, every single Thursday night football game, Sunday night football, Monday night football. I'm going to try my best to do a pick preview video for every single one of those each week. And then when it comes to the Sunday games, like the Sunday morning and the Sunday afternoon games, I'm not going to do all of those, but I'm going to let my Patreon members pick and decide which games I'll do in the mornings and the afternoons. But I should be doing, or my plan is, my goal is to do all primetime games Monday, Thursday, Sunday. All right, guys, thank you for watching. I really appreciate the support. I really appreciate everything that you guys do for me. And I couldn't ask for a better audience. I really appreciate you guys. And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you win all the money in the world.